In today's video, I'm going to show you how to read volatility every single day. Let's start first with the Today page, and this gives you an idea of which of the index markets are leading versus which of the index markets are lagging. If we take a look, we have SPY, QQQ, IWM, and DIA. Right off the bat, you should notice that SPY and DIA are in a market stage of acceleration versus QQQ and IWM, which are in a market stage of accumulation. That means if we had to rank the different index markets, we know that for the long side, our bias goes first to SPY and DIA, and then we move on to QQQ and IWM. Now, in terms of specific sectors, if you come down, you'll be able to see not only sectors that are moving, but more importantly, where we want to focus. For long side setups, we would like to focus on communication, so that's XLC, energy, that's XLE, industrial, so that's XLI, and real estate, that's XLRE. We also can focus on materials, XLB, technology, XLK, and healthcare, XLV. So a lot more sectors to the long side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 different sectors. To the short side, or rather sectors that are weakening, we have 3 that stand out: consumer staples, utilities, and consumer discretionary. Now, using all of that information, we find the best setups for you if you want to pick and choose only a handful. If you don't want to spend the time in the scanner actually diving through all of the different setups, then just take a look at the top setups. And today we had 10 different top setups, 6 on the bullish side, 4 on the bearish side. And from all of these 10 setups, we had 2 that actually triggered, Amazon and AVAV. And Amazon was the much better of these 2 setups. If we open up Amazon, what we have inside of Amazon is a first pullback to the market pulse line, in which we also had an opportunity to enter with price breaching our daily volatility box models. Take a look at this really nice sell-off inside of Amazon, straight inside of our volatility box models, chop around, and then make a move to our target right into the final few minutes. If you take a look at today's range, 1.3% versus our 2.6% typical, which also gives you an idea that today's range was much smaller than usual. So we were looking for this volatility to expand, and I'm still looking for this volatility to expand as we head into the rest of this week. If I come into the daily time frame chart, you'll see we're just pulling back to the market pulse line. This is a first pullback looking for a trend resumption. So that's an example of a really good setup that the platform is finding for you without you even needing to dive into the scanner and all of the different trades that we had set up today. Now, for those of you that are a little bit more advanced traders or maybe even full-time traders, the scanner is the place where you can find a lot more setups throughout the day. The filters are your best friend. If I show you a quick example, just open up the filters panel and you can very quickly filter out, let's say you want to trade in the direction of the trend. From everything we talked about, we know our bias a little bit more to the long side. So I'm looking at trend following trades, ideally breaching their daily models. I could look at either the aggressive or the conservative models. Let's say I'm looking at the conservative models and I click apply here. Well, that gives me a list of just the 4 different stocks that actually triggered today. And I'll show you one that was a really nice example, and that was inside of Expedia. Expedia breached our conservative volatility box models, chopped around, and I remember seeing this green candle right before the actual turn of that final hour. And if you were looking at price activity, this candle essentially comprised of more than the last hour's worth of activity all in one candle. That's the kind of moves we're looking to take advantage of and be able to participate in this little rally without very little heat on our side, working against us. Another example was inside of Compass. Really nice trade here inside of Compass as well. Fall straight into our conservative models, and we see a really nice bounce from there. So Amazon was just one example. This is where the platform does the heavy lifting for you. If you're okay diving deeper, you can find picks like the ones inside of Compass, Expedia, we had Booking.com, KKR, a lot more picks that you can take a look at. And this is, again, just focusing on the conservative models. If you apply aggressive, you'll find a lot more setups available to you. So that's the way I would use our platform and trade this current volatility. Start by understanding if you want to be long or short, and specifically which sectors you would like to be long and short, along with which index markets. Use that to funnel what is your 10-day breadth and which setups do you actually want to participate in. If you have a full-time job, a little bit busier, etc., just stick to the top setups for the day and let this do the heavy lifting for you. If you have the luxury to dive into the scanner, then you know how to dive into the scanner, use the filters to their utmost potential, and find the trades that work for your trading style. If you have any questions, feel free to send us an email. Else, I'll see you in the next update. Take care, everyone, and good luck trading.